So in brute force attacks, it's better to determine some of the rules first. For example, the password length will be between 3 and 8. It will contain just number and capital letters, etc. Suppose that we don't determine any rule. The brute force tool will try every possibility, starting with 1 character length password possibilities, and then 2 character length password possibilities, etc. In most cases, dictionary attack is chosen to crack a password. Because users have to remember their password, they generally choose passwords that are easily guessable and not complex enough. There are dictionaries that you can find online which contain the most frequently used passwords. There are a lot of tools that can be used in password cracking, and some of them can also be used in online password cracking attacks. So let's see an online dictionary attack. Here we'll use Burp Suite and Damn Vulnerable Web Applications for this example. Go to Login of DVWA. Suppose that we don't know any credential to log into the application. Run Burp Suite and turn off interception. We just collect the login requests at the beginning. Modify the browser proxy settings to use Burp as the proxy server. Make a few unsuccessful login attempts. Now go back to Burp Suite. Find a login request. Right-click on it and choose Send to Intruder. Go to Intruder tab. Go to Positions tab. Clear pointers. Point to the fields that we want to crack. Choose Cluster Bomb as attack type. In this type of attack, it iterates through each payload set in turn so that all permutations of payload combinations are tested. Go to Payloads tab. Choose Simple List as the payload type. Since we use the free version of Burp Suite, the tries are slowed down. So in this demo, we use handmade dictionaries which have a few words. Enter a few words for Payload Set 1, Admin, Administrator, User, User 1. Enter a few words for Payload Set 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, QWERTY, User, Admin, etc. Go to the Options tab. Now let me bring your attention back to here. Since the first responsive login attempt is a redirection, we choose Always in Redirection. In grep match frame, enter a string which shows the login attempt is failed. So here it is, login failed. And don't forget to tick Flag Result Items. Go to Intruder menu and select Start Attack. And see what we have here? Admin and user credentials are not ticked as login failed because they are valid credentials. Now we can go to the login page and log in one of the credentials. CAPTCHA, a backronym for Completely Automated Public Turing Test to tell computers and humans apart. It's a type of challenge response test used in computing to determine whether or not the user is human. It's used in login pages and in forms which have to be filled in by people, not by machines. CAPTCHA implementations are often vulnerable to various kinds of attacks, even if the generated CAPTCHA is unbreakable. The following vulnerabilities are quite common in many CAPTCHA implementations. When the generated image CAPTCHA is weak, it can be identified by only a simple comparison with an already broken CAPTCHA. Another weakness occurs when the generated CAPTCHA questions have a very limited set of possible answers. When the value of decoded CAPTCHA is sent by the client, it is often encrypted by a simple algorithm and can easily be decrypted by the observation of multiple decoded CAPTCHA values. Or the value is hashed by a weak hash function that can be broken using a rainbow table. Now, in 2 cases, you can be successful in reply attacks. First, the application does not keep track of which ID of CAPTCHA image is sent to the user. Therefore, the attacker can simply obtain an appropriate CAPTCHA image and its ID, solve it, and send the value of the decoded CAPTCHA with its corresponding match. Second, the application does not destroy the session when the correct phrase is entered. By reusing the session ID of a known CAPTCHA, it is possible to bypass a CAPTCHA-protected page.